Welcome to FPL Grind, where I will be helping you in making your dream FPL team. So, Game Week 16 was pretty good for us, and now we come on to Game Week 17, with the major highlight being Haaland potentially injured. So what should we do about him? I'll be telling you in the video. So now let's jump into the top transfers in for this week. The top transfer is Dominic Solanke from Bournemouth, who is in great form, and he is having the next 3 fixtures pretty easy. Nottingham Forest. So yes, people are going towards Dominic Solanke, also because Haaland is injured and they have already owned Watkins, so they need a replacement for Haaland, and he pretty much serves up his duty. The second most transferred in player is Heung-min Son, who didn't perform for some weeks, just like his team Spurs, and then people lost trust in him, but now he is back and he scored about 17 points last week, and I had him in my team, so it was a beautiful moment for me. The third is Pedro Porro, who is definitely being much more involved in the attack for Spurs and will definitely be getting some points in the near future. The fourth most transferred in player is Ollie Watkins, who also I have transferred in my team because he's the replacement for Haaland in my team. In fifth comes Anthony Gordon from Newcastle, who is flagged for the moment but might play and is potentially a great midfielder in a great budget. So now let's take a look at my team. In goal, I have Dubravka from Newcastle, who is also potentially injured, but I guess he can play. If he doesn't play, I have Alfonso Riala, who again is potentially injured, but he can also play, I guess. So I am having 2 goalkeepers, both who might play and might not play. So let's see if I get any points from the goalkeepers, any positive points, that is, this week. He faces Fulham, and Newcastle versus Fulham should have been an easy fixture about 3 to 4 weeks ago, but now Fulham are in a full form and they have scored 5 goals in each of their last 2 games, which is not a very easy feat in Premier League. So if there is an attacking peak for Fulham, this is it. Let's see if they go down against Fulham. So yeah, I'm hoping that Dubravka plays and Fulham don't score any goals against him. 6.5% of people own Dubravka and he costs £4.1 million. Now coming on to my defense, my first defender is from Newcastle, Jamal Lascelles. He faces Fulham just like the goalkeeper and 8% of people own him. He costs £4.2 million and I took him last week because Dan Burn and Botman are both injured, so I thought he might play in at least one of their places. Also, there are a lot of matches and Newcastle have had a lot of injuries, so I guess he can be in rotation, but he will definitely play at least the most matches among them. My next defender is William Saliba from Arsenal, who faces Brighton, who are a really attacking team, but they are not in form right now. We all know that. So he faces Brighton and let's hope that he doesn't score. The Brighton doesn't score a lot of goals. My last defender is Cristiano Romero from Spurs, who was suspended for 3 weeks, but when he came back he scored about 9 points as I remember. And then also last game week there was a clean sheet coming, but then out of nowhere Joe Linton scored that goal, so that clean sheet points were gone. But let's see, Nottingham Forest are not in their form since Taiwo Awoniyi is not playing, so we can hope for some points from Romero. Now coming on to my midfield, I have Mo Salah, who faces Manchester United, maybe his favorite club to score against. He always takes his shirt off, doesn't he? I'm hoping that he scores a lot against Manchester United because I just hate Erik ten Hag and he deserves what he is getting right now. So yes, I am hoping for another Manchester United humiliation, about 5 goals. So yeah, I will definitely be Captain Salah this week. I bought Mo Salah in about game week 6 or 7. His cost was £12.6 million back then. Now he costs 13.2 million pounds, which is like very expensive. By the end of the season, he's surely gonna be touching Haaland in terms of prices. More than half of people now own Mo Salah because he is the king of FPL undisputed. Let's see what he does this time. My next midfielder is Bukayo Saka, who faces Brighton. Bukayo Saka is very consistent, let's say, but he's never giving hauls, to be honest. Let's hope he does something this time. 58.5% of people own him, and £9 million is his price. My third midfielder is Wang Yi-chan, who faces West Ham United, who just conceded 5 goals from Fulham, which is like a very, very bad record for West Ham United. Let's see what Wang Yi-chan can do against West Ham United, because he's a great player and he is really expected to return some points almost every week in FPL. 12.3% of people own him, and his cost is £5.8 million. My fourth midfielder is James Ward-Prowse, who faces Wolves at home. So James Ward-Prowse was like blanking for 5-6 game weeks, and then in the last 3 or 4 game weeks he has provided returns, and I have a lot of other issues in my team, as just like Salah and Son and Wang Yi-chan will be going to their respective national tournaments, so I have to sub them out. So I really need playing 11 at this point of time. So Ward-Prowse is not going anywhere, and also Haaland is injured, so I'm bringing in Watkins. So there is that one transfer to bring Haaland back in after game week 19. So there are no more transfers happening in my team except these Asian and African guys and the Norwegian Haaland. So yeah, let's see. £6.1 million is his price, and only 9.7% of people own him. So if he does score some points, there will surely be some differential for me. My last midfielder is Son Heung-min, who faces Nottingham Forest and scored 17 points unexpectedly against Newcastle, because nobody was expecting 17 points all against Newcastle because they are very good defensively. But Heung-min Son just did it. 37.7% of people own him, and his price is £9.6 million. Before he goes to the Asian tournament, he is going to play about 3 or 4 matches, so we're hoping that he plays well and he scores a lot of points in that duration. Coming on to my attackers, for the first time in my team there is no Haaland. Yes, there is a risk because he's potentially injured, and in the next game week he is not going to have any fixture. So I thought, why not replace him with Watkins for the time being, as FPL Cup is going on and I don't want to get eliminated from that. Watkins faces Brentford, and Aston Villa are in a great form, so we can definitely expect some points from Watkins. 40.6% of managers own him, and he costs £8.5 million, which is like too expensive for me to keep with Haaland and Son and Saka and Salah. So definitely one of Salah and Son will be going from my team when both Haaland and Watkins come in. Yeah, I hope that Watkins does something. My next forward is Carlton Morris, who faces Bournemouth. Yeah, I can play a defender in place of him if I want to. I'll definitely see, but you know, Bournemouth can concede penalties, and there is only a chance of scoring points for Morris with penalties, something like that, right? So let's see if I can play a defender or should I play Morris. For the armband, as there is no Haaland in my team, I am thinking of going with Salah, because Manchester United, you know how they play and what they are capable of, like the errors they are capable of committing defensively. So yes, I think I should go for Salah for the captain. Coming on to the bench, I have Alphonso Areola, who might play or might not play. Osula, who is the enabler in my team. Tsimikas, who I might just sub in for Carlton Morris or might not. And then I have Emerson from West Ham, who faces Wolves at home. So yes, that is my team. I have 0 free transfers, as I transferred in Watkins in place of Haaland. My squad cost now stands at £99.5 million, and my bank balance is £2.2 million. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope that you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to FPL Grind. It really feels nice. Have a good game week. Peace out.